Well, hello internets, here we are. We got ourselves a start to another vlogging day in progress. It has been a wonderful, relaxing day so far. I just finished doing some tidying up in the trailer. Had the old Jenny running and the air conditioning cranked and had me a great nap. People thought I was crazy by buying a generator when I did, when my life was, all chaotic and unraveling. However, it was and is a tool to allow me to be comfortable, allow me to do things away from power, allow me to live my life. Once again, there was a time a couple of years back where I figured I was going to end up living either in my truck or in the trailer. And they were on sale, and I got the salesman to say that he would give me a sweet deal if I bought multiples. And of course I did. And when you get the chance to save a few $100 times 2, you're going to do it. Essentially, the money I saved, I put toward the batteries and tires on the trailer a couple of years later. It's a little bit of a pain handling this generator, loading and unloading it every time you go on a camping trip, having to put it in the garage of the place that I borrow the truck and trailer from. But hey, it's that little bit of pain or hassle is well balanced out by the usefulness of it. I haven't yet tried to use a table saw or do any construction work with it, but according to what I've read on the internet, it should be able to handle most of the things I throw at it. Whether it's a small air conditioner or a small air compressor or my Lincoln 110 welder that I used to have. According to the specs, it should handle that. Especially if I'm on a lighter duty cycle, not burning it in super hot. And most of the projects that I'm going to do, I'm probably going to use professional help for either building the project from scratch or to do the final burn-in weld, especially if it's a load-bearing or important type of item. Well, I decided to stay another night here in the kind of backwards type of no power kind of area. So far, my batteries are holding out, and with me running the Jenny for the few hours I did here, it will have recharged back up the batteries that I did deplete a little bit here. In semi-weird other news, y'all remember how I mentioned in a vlog a day or so, or y'all remember how I mentioned in a vlog a few days back how my CD player here in the trailer starts to play all by itself? Well, I took the CD out of it and came back to the trailer here after going for a walk and a shower and such. Lo and behold, the radio is playing, like the radio. And I have no idea why it keeps turning itself on, or why it's doing this, or even if there is such a thing as a power button on the device itself. I can't seem to find one. I wonder if I can disconnect it or pull the fuse if it's on a separate fuse, because really it's burning my 12-volt power, and essentially if I stay off the grid long enough, it will kill the battery, just the radio alone. maybe when I change that radio out, I'll put a kill switch on the radio, like a master power switch, that I can flip and it shuts the power off completely to the radio. Then that way there's no phantom draining or use of the radio when I'm not even in the trailer. Well, we got a little bit of a smoke or haze in the air. Apparently there's some fires in like Washington, which is just across the border, as well as I think BC has a few fires as well. I have no idea if this camera is picking it up or not, but yeah, there's quite the haze in the air. As you see in the far distance, there's another row of fancy powered and water and sewer hookup stalls over there. But where I am, all the way up here, it is kind of the undeveloped, rough overflow area. I forget the price per night here, but I believe it's like $15 or $17 a night or something. So, you know, at that price you can afford to run the Jenny or put up with some road noise or some minor disturbances. Last night there was a crew of people about 100 feet away. They were having a good old party, and they were still going at like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, even through the thunder and lightning and rain that we have. And I have no idea if everybody went to bed and left one delusional person in charge of the music, or if everybody had passed out and one song was on repeat, but it essentially played the same song over and over again for about 2 hours. At the end of that, I was almost ready to go over there and shut it off myself. However, when I walked the dog at like 5 o'clock this morning, there was people, or at least sleeping bags, all over the grass. Like it must have been one major party over there. Some people come to the lake or camping, you know, to relax and to get away. Other people come to the lake to party and get totally hammered and to try to forget their lives and the mistakes they've made. I personally prefer to remain sober and enjoy nature, enjoy the beauty that's in front of us. And well, if I do make a mistake, then I know I made it when I was sober, and I can be fully aware and accountable for it. But we'll see how she rolls, and we will do another check-in later on this evening. Well, hello internets, here we are. We come to the end of another vlogging day. It was a good day, it was a fun day, it was a semi-relaxing-ish day. When I was younger, I never understood what the older generation said by, or meant by, stop and smell the roses, because, well, I have allergies, and smelling the roses would probably aggravate those allergies. However, it wasn't literally stop and smell the roses. It was meant enjoy what was around you. Enjoy the little things in life. Instead of driving 120 down the highway, you know, maybe only drive 100. If you see a little puddle of water with a dock, walk the dock, stick your toes in the water. If you see a little roadside campground or picnic area, grab yourself some buns, burgers, and have a little hot dog roast. You know, cook some smokies. Have a nice little afternoon enjoying yourself, enjoying what free things are around you, what nature has to offer. In our busy hustle and bustle life where we're so preoccupied by what's going on, where we're going, how quick we can get there, we quite often miss the little things. You know, step on the little flower that's growing up in the dirt versus stopping and actually looking at it and admiring its attempt and strength to take hold through a crack in solid concrete. You know, taking opportunities for family time, even if you are stressed, even if you are in a little bit of a mood, still taking time for your wife and kids, because when your job is gone, when your house is gone, when your world changes, hopefully all you have left besides you, hopefully, is your wife and kids. You know, if you have appreciated the little things in life, then you can sit there in those cold, dark times and reminisce about standing on the edge of Horse Thief Canyon in Drumheller, or standing on the Hoodoos and watching the sunrise. Many, many things that I have experienced in recent years, I've just kept to myself. I've never actually shared. I've kept the camera off. And even though this year was a bit of a rough spring, and I was in quite a dark or low spot this spring, so low in fact that I was actually going to list my trailer for sale and like to take like the first $4,000 that come along for it, you know, and that's like way less than half of what actually the going rate is for the very same trailer, because in fact there has been a few that have popped up this year for sale, virtually identical to mine. Sometimes not letting things get to you, not letting a thing stress you out as much. If your job is stressful, sometimes you need to make a change, especially if you find yourself bringing that stress home to your family. Life is short. Life is too short. Don't squander, you know, the 40 years of your life down the wrong path, because someday when your life changes and you're unable to correct that path or get back to where your happy place is, you kind of wish you didn't waste all that money pursuing things that in the end truly doesn't matter. But that's my 2 cents, that's my thoughts for the day. I guess it is what it is, and around we go. Like I said, it's been a good day. Tomorrow I make my way, or start making my way back home. I have to go fuel up the truck, and then I got 1 or 2 more stops on the way that I'd like to do. And then, well, we'll be at home. Got to park the trailer, take out the perishables, grab my suitcase and my dog, and well, then I'm at home. I'm not 100% sure when the last or the next camping adventure is going to be, because we're a little bit late in the season, and you know, don't want to exhaust any savings that I do have tucked aside. This might be the first and last adventure of this season. However, once again, if the opportunity presents itself, and even if it's only for a night or two, I will probably take the opportunity to go out one more time. But gonna end her all here. Today was a good day, tomorrow's another one. And as always, thanks for watching Maxwell's Vlogs. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.